Hi everyone, it's me, Gliza again, with another DIY, and again it's for the baby shower that I am working on. That's 2 weeks from now. I was given these blue vases by the expecting couple and asked to make some centerpieces, a dozen to be exact. Budget is very tight. This poor couple, they're being affected by this government shutdown, and we are trying to, I am trying to do everything with minimal amount of money spent. Of course, I can buy fresh flowers, but it would cost me a lot more. I decided to go ahead and I'm gonna make, this is my arrangement. I still have to fill it in with some filler, and then so it'll stand up and we'll tie the bow. But basically I bought one spray of faux flowers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm adding 3 of my paper ranunculus, or roses, or flowers, whatever you want to call them. So this is what my simple centerpiece is gonna look like. Like I said, I have to put filler in the vase before when I actually arrange it at the location. So I thought I'd share with you how I make my paper roses. I see online there's like templates and all these stuff. I learned how to make paper roses maybe like when I was 9. And other paper flowers, the folded accordion type, you tape it and you open it up. So I've learned how to make paper flowers from a really long time ago. I just haven't done it in a while because the use isn't there. Now you can make paper flowers to use on like a flat type of arrangement, maybe like in if you wanted to do it on a wreath, you can do a whole wreath made out of these paper flowers. Or you can do what I did here, which is stick them on skewers to put in an arrangement. Let me show you. Basically, what you're going to need is some cardstock. And for the baby shower, I bought 1 pack of assorted blue, a value pack from Michaels. Used a coupon on it. And I've been using this, it was a lot thicker. I've been using this for a lot of my DIY decor and favors and stuff like that. So what I did, they're 12 by 12 sheets. I went ahead and I cut them into 6-inch squares, like that. Very simple. I then cut out a circle. I did not use a template. I'm going to show you how I did it in a second. And after the circle, I made a spiral and then rolled it into the shape that you see. So I'm going to show you how simple this is. Again, you can use a template and draw a circle. You can do scallops around it to make your flower more dimension, to give it more realistic look if you wanted. But basically, like I said, square piece of paper, I just kind of eyeball it and I start cutting out my circle. Try to go as close to the edge as I can. That is like my little guide. And there you go. I have my cutout circle. From there, I'm just going to pick a spot and I'm going to start in a very narrow angle, and as I go in, I start to widen my spiral a little bit. You can make this as wide as you like, looser spiral, or as tight, as many spirals as you like. I think I ended up with about 4 spirals when I'm done. And here you can see where I'm not exactly even. I have a little point. I can shape that up as I go along, things that I notice. But honestly, I kind of just leave it alone. Each flower then has its own like little individual character. So you keep cutting into a spiral and you simply turn And then when you get to the inside, you're just gonna curve and stop. That's it. So there is your spiral. It's easier to lay it flat when you go to separate them if you're cutting multiple spirals at once. For your first one, I definitely recommend that you just go ahead and do one and figure it out, see how it works before you start stacking them and cutting 6 or 4 at a time. Well, however sharp your scissors, or maybe you have one of those machines, a cry cut or whatever you can use. So now we have our spiral. To make our flower, we basically, and we're gonna try to keep everything towards the inside edge of the spiral. So it doesn't matter where the how the top lines up. We're just trying to keep our roll to the bottom. And again, I apologize for these manicures. I've been cleaning, I've been doing a lot of things, so I don't really have time to paint my nails. And once you get started, it's really simple just to hold it and keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And you're making this nice tight roll. And I'm going to show you all of these flowers that I've made. Were all made from 6-inch square pieces of paper. But I have different sizes depending on how loose I opened up my flower. Now when you get to the very end, as you can see, here is the end of my roll, my spiral. You're going to just basically fold over this bottom. And that's where our flower is going to rest. That's the base of it. And this is where we're gonna glue. But before I glue, what I like to do is just kind of loosen it up slowly. If I want a tighter flower, if I wanted a bigger flower, I just, you know, keep letting it unroll to the size of the flower that I want. Like that. And I'm holding it with my thumb, I'm sorry. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the 2 sections. Again, this is the bottom, our little lip. And I'm putting some hot glue. You can use regular paper glue. I like hot glue. I've told you that in another crafting video. So there's the hot glue. And I'm just gonna stick it on. And I like to put it down on a flat surface and just kind of like let it unfurl a little bit while making contact. And voila! There is your paper rose. Now I let these sit and dry for a little bit. This is another one I've done before. And to go ahead and add my pearls on, what I used, these are some Darice craft beads that I just happen to have in my stash. They're really big pearl looking things. You can use smaller ones, you don't have to use any at all. I'm gonna take a skewer, and I like to skewer it from the front first because I want to get my bead in the very center. And be careful, you can end up poking yourself quite a bit, which I've done. But if you hold it right, after a little while you'll get used to it and you won't poke yourself so much. So once I have a little tiny hole started, I pull my skewer out. I use the pointy side to come up because I want my bead to be secure on the pointy side. And bear with me because I forgot to put my glasses on, and of course now I can't see what I'm doing because old age. Okay, here we go. So here is my skewer coming back up through the center, and I'm gonna push it all the way up so you can see. There it is. I'm gonna grab my glue gun, put a very small amount at the very tip of my bamboo skewer, grab my bead, find that hole and stick it in, make contact, hold it, and then I'm gonna slowly hold my bead on the top and push the flower up, and I want it to kind of nestle inside of the flower down, so I'm just gonna push it a little bit more. There you go. And then at the very bottom of my flower, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue to secure it. And voila, there you have a beautiful flower on a stick that you can use. Make them in any different colors for your arrangements. I'm going to show you here what I did with these, just so you have an idea how I'm going to finish them. You can take floral tape if you wanted and tape your skewers. You could paint them green if you wanted. I'm just tying little curly ribbon and curling it just to make my little arrangement a little bit fuller. So it is one of the most simple, affordable things that you can make. Again, you can use this on scrapbooks. You can use this in so many ways. You can use them on napkin rings. It's not just for baby showers. Just because I'm making them in blue, it goes with my baby shower theme. However, you can, if you had a wedding, you know, and you're on a budget, you can make these for just any occasion. Stick them on a wreath, on a styrofoam wreath. Make a bunch of them and tie it up together. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. So I hope you like my DIY. I hope you like my idea. Try it. Valentine's Day is coming up. Instead of buying a dozen roses that'll die, why not make some paper roses? Gift it to a teacher, a friend, a co-worker. Decorate your office. And it'll last a lot longer than the fresh flowers, which, though I have to admit, fresh flowers are great. So I'm gonna keep rolling. I have lots of these. What's that? Ranunculus? I believe that's the exact name you call this type of flower. But I'm gonna keep rolling and keep making these and make my 12 centerpieces for the baby shower. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching and have fun making your own beautiful paper roses. Bye everyone.